Amongst the all-time favorite cocktail of mixologists and barkeeps across the world is the humble Negroni.
Get it wrong and you'll have some trouble at hand.
And get it right, and well, isn't it your job to get it right anyway?
Well, it's a 100-year-old recipe, equal parts gin, vermouth, and bitters, and it's savvy, it's sophisticated, and its history crosses oceans. And the story begins in...
Here we go again.
What?
Wouldn't it be nice if there was a Negroni in our hand while we hear this story out?
Would, but who's going to make it?
Well, I can ask Jeet to fix us one.
Okay, do that.
Cool. So here's Jeet Rana, the head brand ambassador of Stranger & Sons, making us what I'll say is the perfect Negroni.
But guys, hey, I say Negroni.
Sorry, Balu, we can't have you everywhere.
Okay guys, thank you so much for having me here. My name is Jeet Rana. I'm the head ambassador for Indian spirit gin called Stranger & Sons. And today, I'm going to tell you how to make strange but perfect Negroni. And for that, you need Campari. I'm going to use 20 ml. And I'm going to use same 20 ml. And here comes the best part, the gin. So we're using not the equal part of 20-20, but I'm using 30 ml of Indian spirit Stranger & Sons. Because the bold flavor characteristics of Stranger & Sons giving it really wonderfully strange but bolder as well as aromatic flavors characteristics.
Jeet, here's a very basic question. Don't judge me for it. But how do you know when to stop stirring?
Always remember to chill it, not dilute it. Okay? And also, you understand this more with the experience. And here's your perfect but strange Negroni. And we're gonna garnish him with orange peel. So there you go, your perfect but strange Negroni. Cheers guys.
Cheers, man. Thanks for this.
Yes. Now we're talking.
Okay, so you were telling us the story. Where does it begin?
Yeah, so much like any other classic, this one too has many stories, but the most agreed one upon begins in the year 1919 at Caffè Cassoni in Florence, where they say there was a gentleman by the name of Count Camillo Negroni who would drink Americanos all the time, which is a mix of sweet vermouth and Campari and an orange garnish.
Oh wait, I know this one. Why one fine day he goes and asks his bartender friend to strengthen his drink by replacing soda with gin, and hence the drink was created, right? But here's something that I do not understand. Why would an Italian person drink a drink called Americano? And second thing, why would he want his drink to be replaced with a British gin? Doesn't make sense to me.
All right, let me enlighten you, Baldy.
Nah, look who's talking.
Come, take a sip.
You know, even I can show off. You know, Americano, in fact, was the first cocktail ordered in the first novel of 007 Bond novels.
Actually, I didn't know that, but still, calm down, count to 10, take a sip. So it may be called the Americano, but the cocktail was born in Milan. Initially, there was a drink called the Milano Torino, which was an equal part mix of Campari and vermouth. Campari, which came from Milan, and vermouth, which came from Torino. Voila.
I'm listening.
But then with the prohibition in the US, tons of Americans came to Italy and they loved the drink, but they decided to top up this bittersweet concoction with club soda. And this was when it became the Americano.
Well, that just explains one half of it. What about the gin connection?
Well, as for the gin, Count Camillo Negroni used to live in London for a while, so possibly that's where he acquired his taste for gin.
History complicates everything. Some say Milano Torino always had soda. Some say no, the Americans added it. Some say there were two men called Count Negroni. Some say there was only one. Some say the elder brother, Pascal Olivier, made the Negroni for the first time in Africa. Some say no, Count Camillo did it in Florence. Some even say Negroni initially had a lemon garnish, not orange. Well, you know, the good thing is we have Jeet with us who will clarify everything. So Jeet, what do you think?
What? You asking me? No. You saw it by yourself. I don't want to get into this.
Okay, so let me complicate this a bit more. So, you know, even today, the true recipe of a Negroni is highly debated. There are various sources and varied recipes. The simple equal part recipe was first mentioned in writing in 1929, which was 10 years after the drink's creation.
Wait, what about Harry's New York bar's invention then, the Boulevardier? That recipe came 2 years before this one. A shot each of Campari and vermouth and 1.5 of bourbon.
Well, so you really want to confuse things? Because there's more and we can go on. So you want to? Huh?
No.
All right. So whatever the truth about the original recipe, and we are sticking with the equal parts version. And some say that there is no scope of experimenting with the Negroni because it's so fixed, no juices and no syrups go into it. I'm not sure if it's true though.
No, there's such scope. There's a notion of gins, vermouths, and even bitters beyond Campari that one can try. And for garnish, while citrus makes all the sense, but why not try a herb that complements the gin? And not sure if in case it is safe to mention it here, but I've had tequila and mezcal Negronis, and well, actually they make sense.
Also, guys, don't forget about the white Negroni. One of my favorite Negroni are perfectly balanced with Stranger and Sons, Suze, and Lillet Blanc, and perfectly garnishing with citrus peel. It may not be the classic, but who knows? It may be one in making.
So we can try those different mixes and see what works best. We can even put this in oak casks, which people do quite a lot nowadays. But don't forget what the late Anthony Bourdain said about this drink, that it'll hit you like a freight train after 5 or 4.
Did you say 504?
Why? What's special about 504?
Oh, you know, there's a Guinness World Book of Record for the largest Negroni ever made. In 2018 in Phoenix, Arizona, 504 liters of Negroni was made in an oak barrel within an hour. It might have gotten a few people drunk because it was sold for $5 a pop, but all the proceeds from that went to a local charity. So I think it's all fair.
True. And another very special thing that the Negroni does that probably no other cocktail does is have a worldwide celebration of the Negroni week, not day, week. It started in 2013 and today it's in about 120 countries and they've collected almost 3 million for charitable causes. And generally it's in June, but this year for very obvious reasons, it's in September from 14th to 20th. So people, please mark your calendars.
Wait, so you're saying drinking Negroni is a charitable cause and it will make the world a better place?
Yes, putting words in my mouth, but yes, why not?
Well, I'm happy with that. Mummy, I'm saving the world.
We should all make our contributions, drink more Negronis, and make sure there's no lemon garnish in it. Chin chin.